Now back to Outdoors with Larry Ray on ESPN 790. Brought to you proudly by the Tennessee Wildlife Resource Agency, Gaston's White River Resort, and Barton Power Sports.
Hey, good Saturday morning. Welcome back to Outdoors with Larry Ray. And I'm not going to say what we've done through the first 30 minutes. We're into the 45 minutes now.
Done did it.
Yeah, we done did it. Yeah, it's already happened and everything. We've been talking a lot of fishing on today's show, and I know that Bill Cooksey and Ron Wong are both avid fishermen, but I know that Bill knows a thing or two about bow hunting.
A little bit,
and does it and loves it. And of course, I'm over the age limit now, so I'm a crossbow person. So, but when I came across this news release, and we always like to talk to people in Alabama because they speak our language. Most of them do, unless they've been transplanted in there.
They talk right.
They do talk right. Not left. But hey, we're going to talk right now to David Langston. He is the vice president of Wacem Archery Products, based out of Hartselle, Alabama. Good morning, David.
Good morning, guys. How are y'all this fine day?
We're doing great. And, David, I know that first let's get a little information about your company before we talk about this wonderful contest you guys have come. Tell us a little bit about Wacem Archery Products. First, about the name itself and a little bit about your background in the company.
You bet. Yeah, Wacem Broadheads was a company started back in 2004 out in Salt Lake City, Utah.
Really?
The gentleman,
okay.
Yep, he and his best friend was an aerospace engineer, and
man.
he had gotten kind of frustrated wanting to be able to shoot a mule deer or an elk at 60, 70 yards, and his buddy said, I can design you a broadhead that can do that. And so they did that, got a patent on that back in the early 2000s. And company was going along, and then we just became fans of the product. And I tell everybody, we're just a bunch of redneck bow hunters that love the product so much we bought the company. And so you guys may remember that advertising campaign, the guy that bought Gillette back in the 70s. I remember it was actually my dad told me, said, there used to be a commercial on Gillette razors. The guy said, I love the product so much I bought the company. I said, I'm going to use that because that's exactly who we are. And so we're first and foremost just a bunch of bow hunters, and like I said, love the fixed blade broadhead, and this was one that was phenomenal, great quality product. And so we went out back in mid-October and bought that company. And so me and Mike Stroff, he has a TV show on the Sportsman's Channel called Savage Outdoors TV. And so Mike and I went in together, bought this company, and rebranded it, gave it a new logo, gave it a new packaging. We've got a unique package where most of the broadheads today are a 3-pack for $40. That's what everybody knows and recognizes. Well, we're a 4-pack for $38. And so we feel like that's going to really help to get us known, get us on there, give a good value for a great quality product. And so we're pretty excited about what's taking place this early in the year.
And I love your slogan there, the sharpest, toughest, most accurate broadhead ever.
That's exactly right. It is, but no, we're excited about it. It's a great quality product. I tell everybody there's 4 parts to a successful company, and number 1, first and foremost, is you got to have a great quality product. Number 2 is a customer service that knows no bounds, equal to or maybe even better than the quality of the product. And then once those 2 are in place, then it's about sales and marketing and letting people know who you are, what you're about, what you're passionate about, and hopefully the sales will take care of themselves.
And you guys have got a contest, which is kind of a unique type thing, because tell our listeners a little bit about your contest.
Yeah, we did. Trying to get known, the product has done very well. Wacem's pretty strong out west of the Mississippi. Mm-hmm. Well, back east of the Mississippi here, people that know it love it, but there's still a lot of people that don't know it. And so in order to drive more dealers to try the product, to get more of our shooting staff or any member out there, we opened up in contests and found out that a lot of people know Jesse and Ginger Moorhead. They're world champion archers from the ASA and IBO tour, and people are always wanting to come and say, man, I'd love to go hunt with you guys. I'd love to go hunt with you guys. And so I said, you know what? Let's put together a hunt. One of the most famous hunts that they did on their television show was an antelope hunt out in South Dakota, where you walk behind horses, and this guy will tie 4 or 5 horses together. You're walking behind these horses, they're grazing out through the prairie, and then all of a sudden he'll say, all right, draw your bow back and don't you shoot my horse. You draw your bow back, he'll pull the horses out, and you're 20, 30 yards from a Pope and Young antelope.
Wow.
And so it's very neat the way they stalk up on them. And he said that it's kind of like the old Jeremiah Johnson movie. Those antelope can't count how many feet a horse has.
That's right. So
you can walk right up to them as well. But Mike's with me putting that hunt together. He's got a place called Dakota Ranch Outfitters in South Dakota. Beautiful place there. They're in the Badlands just above Sturgis and called Belle Fourche. And so it's a beautiful place for antelope, mule deer, whitetail hunting. And so all you have to do is bring us a new dealer. And so you and that dealer go into a drawing for that hunt. There's no purchase necessary. We have to stay legal here. And so basically I'm just looking for anyone out there that will talk their dealer into going to Wacem Archery Products or contacting me at david@wacemarchery.com and filling out a dealer application, becoming a dealer with us. And then we're going to put the person that brought him and the dealer in a drawing, and then August, that first week of August, we're going to draw a winner to go with us on that hunt to South Dakota this year. And it'll be the end of September, first week of October is when we're going on the hunt.
And that sounds like so much more fun than the typical sit at a water hole with a decoy for 4 days in 103 degree
I've done
heat.
it and loved it. It's so exactly. I'm not, because that time of the year, you're not only sitting in with a decoy or sitting on the water, but you're usually sitting in 100-degree heat for several hours. And so, this is definitely a lot more fun to do for sure.
And it's an opportunity for you to expand your market and dealership and things along that line. And I know we have a lot of listeners in Mississippi and Arkansas and West Tennessee that may be a local or maybe a small mom-and-pop operation. All you want to do is get your broadheads into their business, right?
That's exactly right. All we want to do is give us a shot. My motto is you put it on the shelf and I'll get it off the shelf. And the way I say that is because we're going to spend upwards of $500,000 on marketing this year, letting people know who we are, what we're about, via print, via television, via pro staff. We want to do everything we can to get it out there.
Well,
and let people know about Wacem.
You're doing a great one, David. And of course, I'm the one that asked the goofy question, so I'd like to know a little bit about your background. How did you? I'm assuming you are a bow hunter.
As hardcore as I can be. Crazy quick story. I got into the industry through tournament archery and picked up tournament archery because I was going to actually teach and coach out of college. And my wife and I as we started dating and getting serious, we both wanted her to be able to stay at home with children. Well, that was going to be pretty tough to do off a $28,000 teaching salary in 1992. And so we decided to get into another industry, or I did, with a friend of mine who also got me shooting a bow. I had grew up hunting on my dad's farm in North Georgia since I was about 13 years old, but had never really got into bow hunting. So I got into it and just recognized the passion about it, how, it's just a phenomenal way to spend time with your family, friends, and out bow hunting. And so grew in that, got on a pro staff, started out with Muzzy Broadheads in 2000, and took over sales and marketing for those guys. And in 2005, moved from North Georgia to North Alabama and took over for Hunter Safety System, and that's the safety harness that hunters wear.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
And so working for those guys was great. And then when Mike approached me and he said, "Hey, let's do this ourselves," and I said, "Let's do it. I'm ready for it." And so with a great product, we're fired up and excited about it. Wacem is an all stainless steel. There's no aluminum. There's no shock collars, no plastic O-rings. This is just steel and brass. And so we're pretty excited about it and think it's going to do real well for us.
Well, we want to help whatever we can here in the Memphis area. I don't know what dealers you have here, but we have several great archery shops and things along that line in the Memphis area. And I'm going straight to them and see if we can, because I'd like to walk behind some horses.
That's right up your alley.
All you guys just bring me one each or two or three each, and then you guys each go in. Every time you bring us a dealer, you go in the hat for the drawing. So, we'd love to do that. Larry, you go with us. We'd love it.
All right, buddy. Well, we got you. We'll put it on my website, and we'll hook it up. Give them your website out there, David.
Yes, wacemarchery.com.
That's it, WACEM archery.com. It's got all the information about the contest, about the company. I love the name. I think my dad probably gave you that game because I think I got to whack 'em a couple of times growing up.
Yeah, how many times have we used the phrase in the South, whack 'em and stack 'em? We actually went out and trademarked that name because I grew up saying that myself. And so across the top of each package, that's what it says, whack 'em and stack 'em.
All right, buddy. Well, we'll stay in touch. Okay, anything we can do, let us know, all right?
Sounds great. Thank you guys so much. God bless you all, and we appreciate your time.
All right, see you later. Thank you. All right, David Langston, Vice President of Wacem Archery Products.
Hey, I like that 4 broadheads instead of a 3-pack. I mean, let's face it, you go through some broadheads deer hunting.
Yeah. Well, I know I've used a lot through Rage. I've got some of their broadheads and some of their folks, but Wacem Archery Products from David Langston there. And I thought I recognized his name because, last week's show we talked to David Widener, who is the owner of the hunter safety system on last week's show. We talked to him about their new Lifeline, and I thought David had worked for those guys, and so he's out of Hartselle, Alabama, and I know that's deep in the heart of football country. But anyway, so let's take a break, come back, and I love to talk BB guns. I love to talk Joe Murphy.
I love BB guns.
I love BB guns. Have you ever?
Oh yeah.
Well, this guy knows BB guns like anybody else, and we're going to talk to Joe Murphy, Vice President of Public Relations with the Daisy Outdoor Products. Then we're going to wrap it up. Ron Wong is in studio. Wrap up the Classic. Announce the winner of the countdown to the Classic contest, and I'm going to get all that prize that Ron put together, that luge rod and reel and other stuff. Wow. All right, let's take a break. Be right back. Greg is doing some kind of signal. It looks like he's checking on the smoke around here on Outdoors Larry Ray on ESPN 790.
Find out all